Richard Crouse.
Old Dogs, the new comedy starring John Travolta and Robin Williams as two middle-aged men who discover the importance of family, clearly knows what its demographic is. With a boomer soundtrack heavy on hits from the 60s and 70s and a gaggle of incontinence jokes and prostate jokes, it's aimed directly at the crowd who can remember where they were the day that Kennedy was shot. Williams and Travolta play Dan and Charlie, lifelong friends and business partners on the verge of their biggest deal ever. Dan is a business-minded divorcee who is, quote, allergic to anything under 4 feet. In other words, no kids. Doesn't have them, doesn't want them. Just as well, he doesn't really need children when Charlie is around. He's just a big kid with an ultra-modern apartment full of toys and a habit of flirting with every woman he meets. Their carefully manicured lives are turned upside down, though, when Vicky, played by Kelly Preston, re-enters Dan's life. With her are her 2 kids, the result of a one-night stand Dan had with Vicky in Miami 7 years before. When Daddy Dan and Uncle Charlie take the kids for 2 weeks while Vicky serves a jail sentence for environmental activism, how au courant, they learn that business doesn't always come first. Old Dogs is the broadest played comedy since the Three Stooges go around the world in a daze. It's filled to bursting with funny faces, slapstick humor, and not one, but 2 crotch shots. It's by the numbers, except for a strange body puppet sequence featuring the late Bernie Mac that relies on Williams and Travolta to bring a little something extra to a script that might have been a laugh-free zone in lesser hands. Williams brings whatever laughs there are to be found in a spray-tan catastrophe scene, and Travolta finds the funny as an over-medicated man at a bereavement potluck. Also packing a few laughs are Louise Guzman as the hungry child-proofing expert and Matt Dillon as the hardline camp leader. Old Dog works best when it's going for laughs. Unfortunately, the slapstick is interspersed with mushy moments that seem to come kind of out of nowhere. One moment, Dan has lost all depth perception and is playing the wildest game of golf since Adam Sandler and Bob Barker threw it down on the links in Happy Gilmore. The next, he's using his earnest Patch Adams eyes, staring at the camera, fretting that he's not cutting it as a dad. The sudden shifts are a bit jarring, but for every sentimental scene there are 4 sciatica jokes or a grandpa gag. Old Dogs is a sequel in spirit to Travolta's Wild Hogs. Call it boomer porn if you like. It showcases older successful men, their beautiful younger wives, and interesting lives, but at its heart, it's just an old-fashioned family comedy.
Richard Crouse.